Vanquish is the result of an incredibly gifted team making a third-person shooter that embodies that studio's special ingredients. Explosions. How about hundreds of explosions bearing down on you like the arrows in 300? A battlesuit wearing protagonist. And we're not talking about an armour buff. We're talking about a suit that rocks harder than Rob Zombie's wife. A well-shot, all-knowing chick in the chair. A seemingly endless army of enemies to defeat. All tied together with kick-ass cutscenes. This is not Master Chief, Samus, or even the Space Marines. They're all good in their own way. The Chief has that music. Samus looks good in blue, and the Space Marines, well, they have their own charm. Vanquish, released in 2010 and developed by Platinum Games, might be the most underrated third-person shooter of the PS3 generation.
Serious?
This is off the chest, so prepare your senses. I'm going to go through my best thoughts here. If something doesn't make the video, I might have forgot it. If I miss anything, let me know in the comments. Vanquish wasn't even supposed to be my next video, but the sorcerers at Sony cursed the ability to stream PS3 games. So I dove into the New Year deals and happened upon Vanquish. Well played, Sony. Well played.
You bastard!
The star of the show is Sam. The foundation of Vanquish's gameplay is unlike any other third-person shooter.
I can fix that.
At its core, it's all about energy management for Sam Sue, because, as I've mentioned, this isn't just battle armor. This is reality warping battle armor. In missions, when you start wombo comboing, these moments are ecstasy.
Tasteful thickness of it.
I'm no pro, and it wasn't until partway through that I realised the extent of its power. The gameplay loop of constantly shifting your character at speed to find the perfect placement, using cover not to hide behind like gears but to restore energy so you can dive back into slow-mo again and again, is so much fun.
Perfect.
It gives the impression that you're formulating strategies faster than you usually would. It lets you engage enemies at speed, with incredible precision, and the melee attacks you can unleash with that power feel tremendous. Platinum Games perfected this core loop. Some people complained about the lack of variety. Sure, it doesn't have much variety, but I never once felt like I needed more to do. Knee sliding, evading rockets, entering slow-mo had me gasping in the first mission, just as much as in the last. The level design truly intensifies the gameplay. Cover is dotted around the map, some of it is destructible. That's the bread and butter. But what elevates everything is the scale of the stages. One level, a giant robot stomping across the map, while you deal with smaller bots and try to get underneath to hit its weak spots. Another moment has you racing across a collapsing bridge, and another you're going up towards the dam and structures are falling around you. It's all larger than life, and the suit's mobility lets you embrace that chaos. The boss fights are actually awesome. I loved the unknown, the boss that keeps running away and reorganising itself. While you chase it down, I loved the blue phantom guy, who was a pain the first time. But it forced me to time my movement and stay one step ahead. Barry was a nightmare until I accepted that the game wanted me to play aggressively against more formidable enemies. And then there's the finale. The gloves come off, your safety limiters are off, and it becomes absolute chaos. Playing on a difficulty where you're squishy makes mastering the suit even more rewarding. Vanquish's aesthetics are peak 2010. I really enjoyed the simple colour palette. I love the setting. The world has seen better days. The population is at breaking point. Though San Francisco looked fine. Well, it did look fine. The game takes place on a space colony, an O'Neill cylinder, the concept from 1976. In Vanquish, it uses a solar microwave energy transmitter, something meant to power America, into an elite group of shadowy Russians turns it into a weapon. Yeah, let's not think too hard about that. But the colony itself is beautiful. The expansive vistas are incredible. Seeing destruction on that scale feels different from other games where the battlefield is usually a single plane. The story is simple, the dialogue is goofy, and I love it. It has serious, gritty visuals, but it's self-aware and pokes fun at itself. It's very Platinum Games. I was actually surprised by the betrayal. Probably the one person who didn't see it coming. But, well. If we are taught anything, it is that manpower will always prevail over robots. Well, one man. On my replay, I switched the language to Japanese, and it felt less goofy. It's funny how that works. The biggest disappointment is the ending. The big bad Baldy was controlling the final bosses remotely, then detonates the whole colony before his last scene, saying the mission was a success and it's time for phase 2, which we never got and probably never will. But why did Vanquish sell poorly? Because it was advertised as a cover shooter. That's it. The trailers didn't elaborate. What was the point? You want players to be surprised by the AR mode, but how surprised can they be if they never buy the game? Another issue was the frame rate at launch. Apparently it was rough. Luckily the PS4 version runs like a dream. Platinum Games deserves all the credit. They're one of the best studios out there. Almost every game they make gets great critic and user scores because they clearly love what they do. They must do. Just look at the end credits. After creating Bayonetta, Vanquish feels more like a misguided little brother. On the surface he's not weird enough, his skills aren't varied enough, and his game is so much shorter. But I still hold Vanquish high for what it does so well. A truly unique third-person shooter that's genuinely fun to play. And another game I'm proud to have finally finished. Sam also joins the list of video game characters who make smoking look cool. Platinum Games, the fans of Vanquish are here, and we're waiting, patiently, for whenever Bayonetta is finally milked dry.